Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls in the clash that we have in store today. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we see a squad from the ACC, a group looking to make a statement. Taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going for a big play right off the bat. And the ball is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week. We talk about we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief, climbing through the roof, baby.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Now on first down from the 43. Toss sweep, trying to get it outside to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last night. Sacks. They got to protect each other early in this game. Don't set the tone. And
trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Adams. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Running it back, it's Jones. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jason. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and they get you.
And he intercepts it. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule.
Can anyone catch it? The 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
This defense might be reeling after those last two, and now facing 1st and goal. Makes the catch. And he's in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback checking the play. Coming Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he'll move it in inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Adams. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. A third down as they come back to the line after the break.
42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connor. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of the audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida Atlantic took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Boca Raton. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback. Right there outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting off the defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
That's reeled in. It's Jones. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Off play action on first down. Swings it out to the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, they're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit
resort. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down as the defense gets the ball back to his own.
Well, we know these are swing conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when his hands didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the win.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That receiver found an open space in his zone coverage, and his defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Running back goes in motion. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Now second and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll haul it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
On second down, wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse.
Going for it all. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. The 30. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start. If you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it's snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer, and done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. And I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking and taking advantage of those matchups.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion. Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive get in, making your situation really good on the next down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Got it.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he runs it. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quarterback extends the play. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down.
Tuna. 3:25.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls in.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
On the set.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Easy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulls will kick it away to start the 2nd half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the quick grab. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Got his man out of the backfield. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making it honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Ready up.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And man, is that perfect time. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees this guy and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer. Right in the bread basket. Nice play. Nice place of catch.
he did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, rotate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that first one.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. Escapes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. This puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal.
Clear. Can. Ready.
Trying to pound their way in. And to the end zone he goes.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They move the tight end all over. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He leaves it with his back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Cricket.
Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved that. Just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so it's pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth days if I was push passes. I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Line gets set. First down.
Here we go. Ready.
They go to the ground. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third.
On the ready.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Come on, set.
Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass and take the lead.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're putting their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that they're going to have time to throw.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down. And you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip in there trying to make a big play, catch the defense, maybe get a little aggressive.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had it back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they did.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF back.
On second down, wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Foster. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back to his own.
It doesn't get any better for the defense. Now you know exactly the situation. In the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet.
Afterburners coming. Find some fresh air. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And after gobbling up some serious... Showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous.
Touchdown, Bulls. And they add 6 more to the bench to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout game. He had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. He's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Northern Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And they can't make the play on third down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Not many play calls, machines, a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
On the set.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
In blue.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Yates. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He finds his man. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the punishment has been extended.
receiver out wide and get me another touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Oh, picked off, bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown, South Florida. And the route is on. The mantra is always finish. They're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're picking your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad those stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does.
All kinds of running room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. The quarterback takes a knee. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it looks as if the offense will... Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
veneno. What's going on, guys?
Can't do that.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.